Hello everyone, my name is Chandrasekhar and today we are going to do a case study on Nokia Mobile, the rise and fall of Nokia and what is that we learn as a risk professional from the Nokia case study, right? Okay, so before we move ahead, let me give a brief intro about me. I'm a IRM certified member, a ICF certified coach and Dale Carnegie certified trainer. And what do I carry for you is that 15 years of experience as a risk head for Hindustan Coca-Cola in India region and two agencies, high risk agencies is where I worked and that is to protect the Indian Prime Ministers. I worked there in SPG for 10 years. I also was in charge of the counter-terrorism operations along the India-Pak border as a BSF officer in Punjab and in sometime in Kashmir as well. Okay, so during this case study, we are going to look at four key questions. What is the number one risk that Nokia faced? And what is the treatment that Nokia management decided to give to the risk that they identified? And what is the impact of the risk treatment? And finally, what is that we as a risk professional learned from the Nokia case study? So Nokia was born in the year 1865. It started with selling paper and rubber products. Eventually, it added more products like rubber boots, bicycle and car tires, and communication cables and consumer electronics. In 1980s, the Nokia company decided to focus only on three key areas. Number one, communication. Number two, information technology. Number three is consumer electronics. So it came out with various Mobira products. In the year 1982, it came out with something called Senator on the left of your screen. That was weighing around 10 kilograms. And in the middle of the screen, you see is what is Mobira Talkman and better one. And then finally, you see on towards the right of the screen is Mobira Talkman, which was around 500 kilograms. And further, the Nokia mobile has come out with more and more models, and they are like Nokia 1100, Nokia 1110, like that. It has launched many such models in Europe and US markets, which yielded high sales for the company. Now, and after capturing the US and Europe markets, it moved to Russia, China, and Indian markets. And because of which the Nokia mobile became a world leader, and 2008 was at its peak here, as you see in the chart towards the right side. And just to give an example, 2008 Nokia sold around 468 million phones. So, and in the chart you see it's around 51 to 52% of the world market was with Nokia in the mobile phone sector. And now is the time when the competition enters. And other companies like Samsung, Motorola, Apple, all these companies have started introducing their products into the market. And one of the most crucial and notable event that has happened is introduction of new mobile OS platforms by Apple, Android. Okay, so Apple introduced iOS and Android was introduced by Google. But Nokia has continued with the Symbian OS, which was earlier used mostly for their feature phones. Now, Apple now introduced in 2007 their iPhone. And you see in 2010, more and more apps, mobile apps are either created or done in iOS or in Android platforms, and very less in Symbian OS. So you see around 3 lakh apps were in iOS, whereas half of that was in Android, and less than 20,000 apps were created in by the developers in Symbian OS. So that shows the popularity of iOS, Android versus Symbian. Now industry started shifting their feature phones, moving from feature phone to mobile phones. China became a mobile hub. That means less than phones are coming out with cheaper phones are coming out in the market. And some of the companies like Samsung, LG, HTC have started using Android platform, whereas Apple has started using iOS platform. And you see in the chart between 2004 and 2012, You see that the peak was somewhere near 2007 for Nokia. The blue line is a turnover and the red line is the operating profit. Both of them started falling, and towards 2012 it fallen to very low level. And this is a time when Nokia management decided to bring in a new CEO called Mr. Steven Illop. He is from Microsoft. Now, after Mr. Elop came in, the company has decided to first thought about going to Android, and they said Android is used by Samsung, so why should I go there? There will be no differentiation. So they said, okay, let us move to Microsoft. So they had partnered with Microsoft, and Microsoft Windows unfortunately was not a comprehensive matured platform for mobile smartphone usage. And but they had one angel in them, that is Nokia's MeeGo platform, which was using the Linux OS. But unfortunately, the management has dropped MeeGo platform development for their phone, and they had focused on developing Windows platform. And you see the effect of this decision by the management. So here you see three colored curves. One is blue. Blue is of Nokia, and orange is Apple, and green is from Samsung. So you see in the middle, there's a vertical line of that is the time when Mr. Elop has taken over as the CEO. And you see just after 2010, 2011 onwards, he came in September 2010, and 2011 onwards, the decline has started. To a large extent, there was a small hope when MeeGo platform used phone called N9 Nokia was used, but they completely, after dropping that MeeGo platform phones, the Nokia downfall continued and stopped. And eventually, the Nokia was sold for 7.2 billion to the Microsoft company, and it is sad to note that Nokia was once a $300 billion brand. So what are the lessons that we learned from this Nokia case study? So what number one question is that what is the number one risk that Nokia faced? The number one risk that Nokia faced is the entry of a new platform, mobile platform, which led to a shift of phones from from feature phone to the smartphone. The second, what is the treatment Nokia company has given to this is they went, instead of going for initially thought about Android, but then they eventually went to Windows platform by the Microsoft. And what is the impact? We had seen the impact of that is that the world has moved, more and more developers are creating apps in Android and OS platform and not in Symbian platform. So because of which the downfall continued, and eventually Nokia was bought over by Microsoft. What are the lessons that we learned from this? There are three key lessons that we learned. Number one is we risk professionals, we have to identify the trend that is happening. In this case, a smartphone moving from feature phone to smartphone. And second one is about you have to be quickly part of the ecosystem that is being developed. Meaning that a platform has to be so friendly for the app developers and phone manufacturers and the users to be able to use the platform seamlessly. So in this case, the Symbian platform was not like that. That is the second reason. Third is, and the most important is, we have to help board and the management take the right strategic decisions with our, market research. So in this case, Nokia picked up a wrong CEO and a wrong platform, and that is Windows, and that led to the downfall. So these are the three key lessons I have for you, and I open this for you to, you can put your lessons that other lessons that you have in the comment box. Now this is about Nokia, but as a side story, I want to tell you about what happened to Nokia phone after it was acquired by Microsoft. I'm sure you are keen to know about it. Microsoft could not do well in using, in fact, they killed the Nokia phone and they introduced Microsoft phones and Windows phone, I should call it. So Nokia phone did not take off even when it was bought over by the Microsoft. So 2016, the Nokia ex-Nokia company leaders have started taking. So they formed a company called HMT Global, and then they bought the license of Nokia Mobile. So a company called HMT Global was created, and they were licensed to sell Nokia phones in the market. So what did they do? So what did they use? They used Android platform. They asked Foxconn company to produce their phone so that it is asset light, and they specifically targeted 9,000 rupees to 15,000 rupees phone. And what did they come out? They are selling even today feature phone as well as smartphones. And from 2017 onwards, 2016 onwards, these Nokia phones are being sold by HMT Global, and because they have clearly done their job or research, and they had partnered well with the retailers and distributors. And even today, Nokia has excellent brand recall and the trust of the consumers. And any questions, I'm happy to answer. And what is there in the screen is my contact details, and the materials is my company. So you're most welcome to contact me either by phone or by mobile, and definitely you'll get a clarification answer. I'm so happy to be part of this. Thank you.